my my stand is not cooperating. Um, how's that? No, no, that's gonna fall. Okay, how's that? Okay. The things I gotta do. All right, so let me try to get myself set up here before. All right, so today I have my little laptop at the shop to try to find a way. Hold on. Let me see if I did this right. To try to find a way to kind of keep my format the same, because normally I would kind of go over some of the comments and see if I can answer a question or something like that, and then from there I would then continue the show and things. So I'm trying to see if I can do this here, right? Let's see if it works. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this on the side, and if I see something, because man, I'm always trying to go through this, and it's not working. I'm looking at, trying to, it's not working. All right, so fantastic. All right, so today is gonna be a quick one, hopefully, unless I get too long-winded, right? It's gonna be a quick one. What I am looking at is I have a Hoover here. Okay, let's see if you can get the whole deal. Yeah, we can get everything on here. That's good. I got a Hoover here, and what I'm gonna do is try to figure out why we don't have power, right? Or it's an intermittent power where it's good today, it's good for a second, and it stops. So it might be an overheating issue, right? So we want to make sure that first we see what's happening. So let me check this, because it could be, it could be that it overheated for a second and now it's off, and now it's back on again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check and see if I have power. Okay, I have no power. All right. Now, when I hit the button back there, I noticed that there was no I didn't hear a click. So let's assume for a second that like most it doesn't look like this one. It actually looks more like this. It looks more like this, the Hoover thing. But let's just say this. There's supposed to be kind of a click. Okay, so we're gonna figure something out. But before, hey, what's up, man? Now see that J Dog. Now I can see it. It's popping up right here. I don't have to do this. Fantastic. This is the way to go. This is the way. This is exactly how I'm gonna do it from now on. So that's the screen. Now I see how the screen looks. It looks weird. Hello, where are you, bro? Hey, you know what? I am in Monroe, North Carolina. All right, so let's do this. If I can get through this, I can show you this hack that I'm working on. I showed it on a couple of videos in the past, but I happen to be working on it today. So if I can get through this real quick, I'll do that. All right. Okay, France, man, big up from the France. All right, guys, I'm gonna put on my little favorite gloves here. And before I get all in, let me do what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna look at some comments and see what I can answer. If someone have a question about a machine that I can help you with, and maybe you can learn from what the problem they're having. So let me put this down for a second. All right, big up France. All right. Okay, I've never been to France, and I would like to visit one day. Okay, never been to France. I think my kids are gonna end up doing a lot more European travel than I do. I think my son's due to go to, where is it, Ethan? Denmark? Something like that, right? They're probably gonna do more travel than me when it comes to that. Here we go. Let me see what we have here, man. Let's see if I can pull up a comment that someone had that I can probably help. Okay, now you can apply for, okay, great. New comments. All right, fantastic, great. Okay, good. All right, great. All right, thank you so much for this. You're a lifesaver. Okay, this was about the Bissell Revolution breakdown. All right, so that's the first part. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is about a Kirby. Okay, from Marvin Pineda. Man, dude, I have a friend. My kid's godfather is Pineda also. Imagine that one. Okay, so it says here, could another reason why it's not foaming be because you're not using Kirby brand solution? And my screen is clean, but I'm using a different brand of solution, resulting I have more of a soapy water streak. Nah. This is about a Kirby, okay? And I want to get past this, and then we're going to get into our thing. If you have a Kirby and you're getting a streak, any kind of a streak, if it's not a foam, like about 12 inches wide, okay? Even if it's not as foamy as you'd like, or even if it's, it just, I don't know, it looks like a slicky foam or whatever, you shouldn't be getting a streak. Okay, that means your mesh filter may be broken, or when it goes on your unit, if the moment the water pressure hits it, it falls down. Okay. Hey Ethan, can you do me a favor? I'm trying to make a decision whether I should run to the back and get what I'm looking for, or I should have you do it. You know what the Kirby hose, the Kirby shampoo hose look like? Yeah, I need that.
Wait, shampoo?
Yeah, the shampoo hose. All right, forget it. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. This is what I need. I kind of have most of what I need here. Okay. I need a mesh filter. I need the little mesh filter. No. Those are the parts. Okay. Look in that box at the bottom there. Bring me that hose. Bring me that tank. And I need a little mesh filter. Okay, guys, I'm getting right to it. Don't you worry, I'm back. So if you have an Avalier Platinum, Avalier 2, whatever. Yeah. Thanks a lot, bro. The hose would look like this. Same difference is just that this one is just extended because they included the other end of the mechanism. It just inserts here. Either way, it's the same difference. It's trying to get the foam to the tray. Okay, same deal. But if you see how this is in here like this? Okay, it's supposed to look like this. If you have a Kirby, okay. I hope Marvin is watching this today, and if not, I'll try to put a link in this video here. Maybe I can do that real quick. But I may forget. Ethan, can you help me out? Okay. Ethan's going to get on camera real quick. Do me a favor. You see this reply right here?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to open this, copy that link, and reply here and say, watch this link. All right. So this is for Marvin. So what can happen is that you can put it in like this, okay? And then the moment the pressure hits it, if it's not secure, it'll fall down into this. What I recommend is putting like some kind of crazy glue, a little dab, or some kind of adhesive, just a dab. You don't want this to be so stuck in here that it's not removable. Because if this rips, you want to be able to replace this. Just enough to make it like a little tough to just push out. Okay, and then that should solve that problem. All right. But as long as you have this mesh filter here, any soapy water that's in this, even if it's not Kirby brand, it's going to come out kind of foamy. But if you don't have dry foam, it's subject to whatever. If it's dry foam, it's going to come out foamy. Okay. I've made like makeshift Kirby solutions, like with grease, with grease cutter Dawn, with a little bit of peroxide, and and I put my water and all that stuff, and it works, when I'm stuck, when I'm in a position. But if I'm not, I'm gonna use Kirby shampoo. You can use other dry foam shampoo, but the foam ends seem to be just a little bit less, but not streaks. Okay, streaks come from this not being on or falling off. All right, that's done. Okay, I hope you like that part. Okay, but let's find out about this power deal here. Okay, so let me slide this to the side, and if there's another question as we go along, I will answer. Okay, all right. I'm gonna move this over here. Just kind of hope I don't get it wet or anything, or damage it. All right. Damn it, Ethan. I started without a lot of things here. Get me my drill and get me a Phillips screwdriver and a Phillips drill bit. All right. Okay. Let's take this off. And post any questions in the comments, guys. I am here to answer anything that you may have. Thank you. Ah, man, you're the man, bro. Thank you. All right, this comes off. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the 2 screws from here. We're gonna remove this plate cover window, right? And then we'll flip it over, and then we'll remove the screws from below, and then we should be able to get access to what we need. All right. Okay, how was your weekend, man? All right. How was the weekend, everybody? How's it hanging? You know what's crazy right now where we're living? We're living in like a real serious transition moment right now, guys. I guess every moment is, if you really look at it that way, but certain parts, like, remember when electricity was created? Not created, but we were able to harness it and use it in appliances. How's that? You know, you didn't create electricity, but we were able to harness electricity, maybe even artificially generate electricity. If maybe, you know, I don't, maybe it's not artificial, it's the same mechanism, so I guess you wouldn't call it artificial, but, oh man, my water's dripping over there, look at that. But, whoever was living in that time, that was a, you know, a change in moment, you know, that's time in history, right? Major wars, you know, you're living in a major time, all that good stuff. But AI, electric cars, this YouTube, what we're doing right now, I mean, this era that we're living in right now is incredible. You know, think about it. Think about it. When you were able to work, let's say in the 20s, right? By the 50s or 60s, work didn't really, you know, it didn't change that much. You know, you got new things, maybe new positions, but hard work is hard work, right? Now, my kids, unless I give them like real work to do, they may think working is just sitting in front of the computer and driving themselves crazy because they didn't hit their score or something like that. And well, imagine the guys in the future, man. Working is telling the computer what to do. I want this result. Oh my gosh. And then we're looking at them like, he's like, man, it was hard work today. It's like, hard work? What the hell? You didn't do shit. All right, so I'm gonna take all the screws out. Yeah, you know, I mean, I told the computer twice to do this thing and it didn't do it right. Oh my God, I was so tired. It's like, God, kids don't know what work is, man. Oh my God. All right, turn it over. Here we go. All right, pop it up. Let me make sure I'm unplugged. I might be missing something though. Nope, I'm not. Okay, so now this is off. So what I'm looking to do, guys, is I want to find out what the hell's going on, man. So I'm gonna, okay. Let me try it one more time. I'm gonna plug it in and I'm gonna try it manually. Just hit this button and see what happened, okay? Because it could also be the foot switch. Nope. Okay. All right. It's still not working. All right, so now, where do you go from here? Okay, 3 things. 4 things. The problem could be your cord. The problem could be the power switch. The problem could be the fuse, the thermal fuse. The problem could be the motor. Okay? Now, which one should we tackle first? Think about it. Which one should we tackle first? Well, unfortunately, it's going to be hard to tackle any one of them unless we remove all of this stuff from right here. Okay. Now, some people, I even have one of those units where if you plug it into the wall, it looks like a pen. You can kind of measure if the current is kind of flowing through this thing. If you have, but it doesn't necessarily mean that both positive and negative are doing their thing, because one of them could be flowing and it'll still register. So my bet is to just go in and take these things out, and then I'll figure out what's going from there. Okay, so let's do it. And if you're at home and you want to try this, if you're a repair person, you already probably have your methods and everything else. You probably did this a few times. If it's your first time, maybe this video can help you. All right, let me see. I think someone was saying something cool here. Hey, about to get a Hoover Power Dash next week, and it could be dirty or not, right? But I don't know how to replace the motor with a different one or connect anything back. A Power Dash. Actually, dude, I have a Power Dash video. Look in my playlist. Okay, it's I have about 3-4 Power Dash videos. So if you go to the landing page, I showed how to replace the Power Dash, okay, motor. Check it out. Okay, check out my page. The motor is very kind of specific to that size because of the shape of the motor and the shape of the cavity. So let's say I couldn't put this Hoover motor into that Hoover Power Dash. There's drastically different motors. Okay, all right. Is that Swizzle 22? Cool name, Swizzle. All right. And if I cut the wires and every power shut off, good. No need to connect them back again. Well, yeah. All right, but check out my playlist. Okay, I got a playlist with about at least 4 or 5 Hoover Power Dash thing. Is that amazing? Ethan, help this lady here. I'm actually going to be covering this same machine here in a few minutes. Help her. Carry it for her, okay? Hi. Yeah. You know what? And thanks for not refusing to allow him to carry that for you.
Oh,
You know,
really?
so, yeah, you gotta teach the young guys. You know, you still have to be a gentleman, okay? So, but a lot of the ladies are saying, "Oh no, don't carry it for me." If I told, well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I saw you first.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. He would have done it.
Yeah, no, he would have if he saw you. He was behind the desk. All right, just get all, or he's gonna get all your information, and we'll go from there. Okay. Thanks a lot. All right.
So the water.
All right, guys. So I'm just gonna take
The water.
all this apart real quick,
Clean,
and let's go from there.
Back up into.
Okay.
First name is Celeste, CELESTE. Last name McKenzie, McKenzie. Phone number 707-989-9796.
Okay.
Okay. What you give me? Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. I am gonna. What I'm doing right now, I just want to explain everything. Thanks, Ethan. Want to explain everything here. What I'm doing right now, guys, is I just want to remove these side panels here. I want to let you see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get to this section right here. This whole section right here. Okay, but everything is on top of everything else and all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing. So just give me a few moments while I just kind of navigate my way through this. Okay, get yourself a drink or something. All right, I just have to let me make sure I don't have to take anything else apart. Hold on. Okay, so what I'm doing, I don't know why I went around all here. So I'm taking all this out, but the turbine is in the way, so I'm gonna remove the turbine. And that was funny thing is that was the first thing I started doing. and I put the screws back in because I'm like, what am I doing? Take a turbine. Okay, so the turbine is in the way. So I'm gonna take the screws off the front of the turbine where the fan is. See that? And then there's a screw hidden right underneath that. The last, actually, I mean, I even have to remove that. Let me see. Bam, it's out. Okay, so now when we look inside here, let me pull this on the side. All the wiring, we just expose all the wiring. Okay, all right, so you have your main motor, you have this little switch here, and let me show you where the fuse is, okay? Which is the second thing that I mentioned, all right? Or the third. See that fuse right there? Okay, so 3 options, right? I got my cord, I have my power switch, 4 options, right? I have the fuse and I have the motor. The motor will be the last thing that I'm gonna consider. So here's I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna give you a cheat. If you have a little switch that have any prongs like this, and you wanna quickly test to see if the switch is the problem, okay? Any kind of switch. This is the one I'm gonna be using. You do wanna make sure that it fits. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this one uses a wider than this tiny one here, but it at least will go on here. I'm not gonna use this because I already have the right one anyway, so I might as well use the one I have. But even if you just have one of these little switches around, or I don't know, you went to Lowe's or something, you got one of these little tiny switches, you just wanna test it, you know, it's whatever. Right, so I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna pull off these prongs here. Let me show you. And you make sure it's unplugged too, right? I'm gonna pull off the prongs that's logged into the switch, and I'm just gonna hook it up to the other switch real quick and see. So this way I can eliminate 2 things. Okay, but if you have a multimeter, right, then you can do the testing and see the continuity and all that stuff if you have all that equipment. If you don't, I'm kind of showing the folks who don't have the equipment what to do. Okay, great. Here we go. Pull this out. Needle nose is probably best. There's a little tab that you have to squeeze on these prongs when you hook them. You got to squeeze the little tab and pull it out. But sometimes it's hard to do, especially you have big fingers like my big fingers. Right. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hook up this to this. Right. I'm gonna pull out the bottom one. Again, this is like I'm at home, and you know I want to try this myself before I take it into a shop or something, or maybe I don't even want to go to the shop. You like doing things yourself. If you don't like doing stuff yourself, and if you're kind of fearful of this stuff, just leave it alone. Have someone who know what they're doing do it, or who's comfortable around electricity and all that other stuff, right? Okay, here we go. Let's plug it in and see if we get power. Okay, no power. Right. Now, could it be that I have a broken switch? Yeah, it's possible. It is. It's possible, right? It's possible. But so what is this? What I'll do? I'm gonna try one more switch, just in case, right? Okay, just in case. What's the chance, right? Is the chance that my switch is defective? Okay, that's a possibility. All right, let's go again. Now, again, you can eliminate all of this if you have a multimeter. You test it. You can say, well, I know my switch is good. And if you have a multimeter, you can test these switches. And you say, well, I know these switches good. Let me show you exactly. Ethan, you know the is it multimeter? Is it multimeter? Multi. All right, don't worry about it, Ethan. It's okay. If you don't know what it looks like, next time I ask for it, is this.
Oh, volt tester.
Volt tester. Well, you could call it that too. It just says digital multimeter on here, so I call it that. But I'll call it volt tester if that's more comfortable for you. You like volt tester? It sounds better? Yeah, all right. I just won't call it by a different pronoun. How's that one? Boom, that's for you guys. But if you want me to call this a volt tester, I'll do that. All right, multimeter. Volt tester. That's probably would have been a more catchy name, right? That's like people come up with like superhero names. You know, like Spider-Man could have been all these other names, right? Spider creature, spider thing, arachna, whatever. But Spider-Man just works. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm looking at this here, and I'm just trying to see if I get any kind of movement in this thing. I can't really have it and hold it here in the front of the camera for you. So what I'm gonna do is, the movement is gonna come when I connect it, when I turn it on, when I go like this, okay? So if I put these two things together right now, if I just have it touch, it really just needs to touch. But I have my little holes here. I'm gonna stick it in the holes, just for convenience sake. Let me show you. See, it's in the holes right there. I'm just doing that, right? And if you notice, I have no action. Now I'm gonna turn it on. You tell me if you see action. Do you see action? Okay, so the switch is working, right? All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing to the switch that's actually on the machine. Okay, I'm gonna leave this good switch up here, okay? And let me test the switch that's on the machine. I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, the switch is working. So the switch isn't a problem. So this is my next step. My next step then is my cord, the white and black of my cord, okay? The black is going straight to the power switch, okay? And the white is going to this connector right here, okay? So I'm gonna take all this apart. I'm gonna test the black first, okay? All right. Now with these machines here, the neutral, well, this don't have it. When it's just black and white, one of these are normally whiter than the other. And the whiter one, if I'm not mistaken, is normally the neutral. But some of them have it marked. Huh, that's interesting. XY. All right, so let's test it. Okay? And if if you don't get, just test the other side. If you don't find a reading on one, just test the other side. But if both of them are not testing, then you know something's wrong. So I'm gonna stick it in here like this, okay? And then I'm just going to test the other side. I'm gonna test the black that's coming out of the power cord right here and see if I got some movement. So I got movement. Okay, so the black is good. All right, let's test the white. I'm gonna see if I can stick it straight down in here instead of having to take this apart right now. Okay, so the cord is good. The cord is good. Okay, so if my power switch is good and my cord is good, what's the next step? The next step is this fuse. This fuse might be the issue. The fuse might be the problem, man. The fuse might be the problem. What happens if the fuse is the problem? Well, let's see how far I have to go with this thing, okay? Give me a second. Because if it's on a warranty, let's say, if you're a dealer on a warranty, you can't just, you can't do a makeshift repair. You're gonna have to either replace the whole line with the fuse, you know what I mean? Or you have to replace the whole machine, or whatever you have to do. But at home, if you're at home and you just want to do something, okay, there's something you can do. Let me see if I can answer this real quick. Let me see if please wait. Why did it disconnect? Okay. That's fine. If you're at home, yeah, you could try something. you could try a lot of things at the house, right? Like not everything works with these fuse connections here. Not everything works with them. All right, some things don't even need it. But what you increase is your chance of the actual unit overheating and you not knowing that it's overheating. Okay. The fuses, what they do is if some kind of short comes in, if something is straining the motor, the fuse would shut the motor off. okay, and save you from the additional trouble, okay? So that's the idea of these things, okay? Just keep that in mind, all right? Okay, next up, all right? So so it's not really designed to get in your way. It's really truly designed to save you. So let me look at this motor before I do that, because the fuse is lined right into the motor, and I want to make sure that the motor itself isn't jammed, like something is going on there. All right, because again, if you're working on a unit that's under warranty, there's certain guidelines you're gonna have to follow. There's no MacGyver style repairing on warranty products, okay? Keep that in mind. All right? It's clean, has to be clean, okay? Clean cut. Because remember, a warranty is really to protect against defects, you know, any defects that can possibly happen. Anything that is man-made can break. And defects. Now, if you throw it out the window at your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, I wouldn't say husband and wife. I hope I hope you're not throwing things out at your wife or your husband. But if you throw it out the window and you break it, that's not warranty. Okay, all right. You drove over it by accident with your car. It's not warranty. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's get this up. I got one more screw in here. What's going on? Oh, I see it. Man, they have this secured. Okay. Come on, baby. Get up. Oh, damn. Holy cow, man. When you think you got this thing, there's more. There's another screw on the other side of this quick connect over here. I may have to disconnect the quick connect. I don't know. Let me see. Shit. Yes, I do. I gotta take the quick connect out because it's braced in on top of this flap here. Let me show you. Golly. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, man, this is uncomfortable, right? Okay, so this is the motor. When I said I was checking to see if it was jammed, I was just trying to see if this, because if it can't move at all, then you know something went wrong. So the fan can move, right? So that's not our problem, all right? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try something. You don't have to try this at home, but I'm gonna try it here because I'm very curious. I'm curious, George. All right, let me see something. The motor looks good, guys. I truly think it's a fuse, and I think in order for me to find this out, and there's no replacing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There's no replacing this thing. You know what's going to end up having to happen? What's going to end up having to happen is I'm going to end up having to replace this motor because the motor comes with the fuse. Okay? I'm going to have to replace the whole motor if it is the fuse. So, all right. I can investigate then. Now I'm going to go further, okay? Now it's established. All right? I can't just disconnect this. I'm not going to be able to get this part from these guys. So I have to get the entire motor. Got it? So now that I realize that's how far I gotta go, now I can test it. I can see what's going on. Are you ready? Watch this. Cause I gotta go all the way in, and I gotta replace the motor. Okay? Cause the power switch is good, the cord is good. The only thing left is this and the motor, and these guys are together. They're a couple, right? They don't come separate. All right? Let me show you what I mean. Oh my gosh, come on. Please help me out here. All right, let me take all of this out just for the sake of this presentation here. I just want to show you what I'm talking about. When I say they come together, this is what I mean. Come on. Come. Coño, man. Oh, I see what's going on. That's me. All right, here we go. All right, this is what I mean by they come together, right? God, this whole thing is tied up. So it's not separated. Like some units, you can disconnect the prongs from here. You can just pop it in, pull it off. This guy is all the way inside, all right, and connected to the copper wiring the way they wired it. So there's no separating this guy from this, and I can't get this, and then it still be something that is done right. Okay, so today what I'm going to do, though, for the sake of our show here, for you guys, I'm going to cut this, expose the wire a little bit, put an end on it, just connect it to my my power switch, just like before, just to see how it works, and then we'll see if it actually turns on, because that's going to let me know that the fuse was the problem. I still want to know which one is the problem, okay? And I think it's the fuse. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna connect this to this. I'm gonna connect this to this. All right. So give me a microsecond, okay? I'm gonna get a cutter. I didn't think I was gonna have to cut today. What's that guy rap? He said today's a good day. I didn't have to get my AK. I didn't think I had to cut today. Today was a good day. All right. Oh man, that's a rap song from like 1991 or some shit like that. I think it was Ice Cube. Funny thing about it, I only heard those songs when they came on like the radio or I don't know, like music video, whatever. Like certain songs you just hear on the radio, or you just hear it. You don't really go out and buy it. You just hear it and you know it. It's a part of your generation, but you never purchase it. Now there are other songs you go out specifically to buy, right? Okay, here we go. So this is how quick this is going to be. So I just spliced these two things together, and you know, I keep checking back because sometimes I forget that I'm plugged in, and I'm just gonna time together with this. I just wanna see what I got cooking here real quick. All right, good. Now I'm gonna, I gotta put it back through here. Damn, shoot, I did it wrong. Let me put it back through here first, because I have it locked into the motor. All right, hold on. Let's cover this. Now it's poking its head out, right? The only reason I'm doing this, guy, I don't want this motor to shift and start twisting and turning while I'm turning it on, okay? I want it to be secured. I'm gonna put a screw in because I don't want this motor to go. So right now it's secured here. Now I'm gonna put my little connector here, a little wiring connector guy. Here you go. And now I'm gonna hook him up to here. Let me show you what I got cooking, okay? So I eliminated that fuse and I just have it hooked up here. It's no different than the, oh shit, did I leave the white inside? Damn it. It's no different from the white. Okay, give me a second. Let me get the white out of there. Phew. It's no different from this. Let me show you. Anyone who's thinking it's like some strange anomaly kind of thing that I'm doing, no, it's not. The white is connected by a little tab. This is connected by a little tab. No big deal. Let's just see if we can get some clean energy going through this this unit, okay? This energy flowing. How's that? All right? Don't fall, please. All right, here we go. All right, let me plug it in. Woo! All right, we got power, but I can tell you what happened though. This motor needs to be replaced. The motor caused the fuse to burn out. Look, I'm gonna do it again, but you're gonna see what happened. Watch this. Are you ready? Now here's the thing, this is covered, so you wouldn't even see this, and without that fuse, you wouldn't know this is happening, right? See, look, this is covered. look what you're gonna see when it's uncovered. Watch this. You see that? You see that spark? That's fire. That's fire. This is shot. Now, this is a fairly new unit. I can't predict I don't know what could have caused this. It looks like the fan is burning at the commutator area, where the let me unplug it. It's burning where the motor and the carbon brushes connect, the armature. Okay, so now I can literally cut this whole thing. I can cut this whole thing off, at least for now. So we can, we can actually, I can move about freely now. Let me take this off. Now the whole thing is shite. We need another motor. All right. Now let me cut all this stuff. Let me cut away at this. Cut. All right. Okay. Can we see it? Let me see if I can take it apart. I probably can. Let me try to get this off. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Let me see if I can pry this off. It's held together by these little tabs under here. So I'm just popping it out. Come on. Damn. All right. I want to show you the difference, what I'm talking about here. Give me a second. I want to get a clean motor for you. All right. This is a clean motor. Look at the difference. Okay? This is a clean motor. You see that stuff with the lines, the copper, that's a commutator, right? And what's touching them is a carbon brush, the stuff on the inside, which extends on the outside. And what you don't want is any of this metal to touch the commutator. Okay, you don't want the metal touching it because and then you have sparks, fire, the whole deal. This is what was happening to that Hoover. Can you see it? You see how it's burnt? Okay, so all this now, I want to see how close are we? It's not really that close, but there's something there. What is that? There's something inside. I wish you could see close up. I wish you could see it close up. You can't really see it close up, but man, if you can see it, there's something on this. It's all burnt up. So this is done. That's the sum of everything, guys. All right. So I'm gonna request another motor. Okay. And if we don't have a motor, then we're just gonna request another unit. But this is shot. Okay. I hope that helped you guys. I hope to help somebody. Okay. What happened to my chat? I can't see, man. I can't see anything here. Okay. All right. Next up. Make sure, guys, that you go to visit my website. You can get parts like this. Let me show you. A lot of guys have been having issues with this. This is the second thing I wanted to talk about. They've been having problems finding this unit. The reason I said, not the unit, but the tank. I sell the tanks on my site. I've been shipping out a lot of these things. One of the reasons why I think guys are having problems with these is that people are putting hot water in these. Don't put hot water in these things, okay? But, if you want to keep buying stuff from my site, I don't mind. I welcome the business. Then if I was that kind of person, I would say, guys, make sure you clean with hot water. It's going to get the stains out. No, I wouldn't tell you that. All right? But this is the unit I took it off of, right? this unit here, this lift off, and this just came in for me to look at. this lift off. So that's when I said, oh man, this is the same thing I'm working on. But the old cap, the reason why some people are having a tough time finding the tank, is because the design changed, and now it has a new part number. This whole thing is a new part number. I wish I was able to put it in the description. I probably still can right now, but you would have to visit my website, okay? Let me see if I can get it up. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Come on. Search. Okay, here it is. Okay. Boom. Okay. Link. Let's see if I can get a link, and I'll put it in the description for this Bissell tank. Anyone who wants it. The number though is 1606641. 1606641. And what I'm gonna end up doing, and you know what? I'm just gonna. The link is so long though. Let me see if I can shorten this link. All right. If you ever see me having those short links, the bit.ly links and all that stuff, it's just that, man, the address of a lot of these things is just ridiculously long. And I try to shorten them so they're not, they're not like crazy. Don't be afraid of the links, okay? It's just that I had to shorten it in order to fit it in the description. All right, so let's see if I can fit this in the description for you guys. Come on, buddy. Make it easy for me right now. Ay, come on, man. Oh my gosh. You know what it is when you're on air, right? Like this, time moves different in your head, right? And I just never thought of it like that before. Like time moves different. Like every second feels like forever, right? So right now while I'm doing this, I'm like, oh my God, it's taking so long. But for someone else, it may not be as long. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add the link. It's under Monroe vacuum parts. All right, and then I'm gonna put tank. Boom. All right, and I'm gonna save that. Hopefully, if anybody needs a tank because I just shipped a couple out this week already, so something's going on. And I think people are watching TikToks and all that stuff. I saw a girl the other day put boiling hot water in her tank and doing it on TikTok. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, nothing wrong with TikTok, but she's giving her advice, just like me. Maybe I may have told some advice and someone's like, man, screw that, don't do it that way. It's okay, we all try something. But that particular advice, I know is costing people. So if you're listening to me right now, I'm telling you, don't put hot water in your tanks. What's gonna happen is that it's gonna warp it, it's gonna make it like very malleable. It's gonna be kind of soft. And as a result of it being soft, is going to kind of warp into a slightly different shape, slightly, just enough for it not to fit properly on your shampoo system, and the water is not being released. Thus, you have to replace your tank. Hopefully, that saved you guys a lot of money, and we'll go from there. Guys, I'm going to be done right about now. So that was my tip. I was trying to do something with this, but I ran out of time. I might do it this evening. I might show you guys this evening. I've done it before, so I really don't want to repeat it if I don't have to, but it's part of the job, what I was doing. This is the hack. The actual cord you can buy right from my website. The actual cord for replace. This is for a backpack. But there are times when I use a drill and I just kind of eat out this little I drill it out, right? I drill out this little section, and I just install a part of a cord that I have, and I put kind of an adhesive on the inside. You could just put the adhesive on the cord itself and just slide it right over the adhesive, and it locks in. Now it's locked tight. And then I can put it in and do that. How much time do I have? I got 5 minutes to finish my video, right? So what I'm gonna do in this 5 minutes is I'm gonna hook it up because I have time, right? I have time. So I know where everything goes on this, so I don't have to do it too neat. Let me put this out the way. So this next section, this next portion of our show is for the backpacks. All right, let's see what I got. Let's see if I can do this real quick. I've done it before. You don't have to do it. You can just put the brand new part. But if it all depends, you know, me, I'm working with guys who are just like, man, they're burning through money, because they have cleaning crews, and the cleaning crews always break their machine, and they all have the same problem. Okay, I work with Eco Maids, I work with Mexi Maid, you know, there's a lot of maid companies, a Mother's Touch, my boy out in Myrtle Beach, he has 2 businesses, man. He's rocking and rolling, right? So I want to make sure that I do what I can to help them save money, because I'm doing the same thing as a business. I'm trying to save as much as I can. So one hand wash the other, you know? So if I can do something that's cost effective, I'll do it, especially if it works. Okay? So anyway, so now I'm going to put this thing back through here. And then there's a bunch of just the ladies who got their gig started. They're doing about 30 or so houses a week. You know, they got their girls working with them. But what happened is the crew, they break the machines a lot. It's like, dude, can I get you guys to take care of my damn machines, man? And I think it's just human nature, man. You know, we just, you didn't buy it, so you're not really invested like that. It's just human nature, man. Rent a cars probably get really messed up, you know. Oh my gosh, hold on, come on. I'm trying to screw this on, but my fingers are not playing with each other right now. I'm just trying to screw this on. Give me a second. Here we go. Come on. Almost there. All right. So, okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten it up. I'm gonna tighten it up real good in the end, but right now I'm gonna keep it rocking and rolling. All right. So these are all females here. Okay. When I say females, they have the opening. Okay. And the male is the one that connect like that. So I'm gonna get some males here. These are both red. Let me see how they fit. If they fit nicely. If they don't, I'm gonna have to go change the size. Okay. I may have to use a yellow then. Let me see. There's a yellow. Yep, the yellow. The when I say yellow, I mean the blue. All right, fits like a charm. All right, so now there's another thing I like to do. I can't do it like this all the time because sometimes I don't have the right size. I like to cover my my connections with these if I have them, but this one is not big enough for this guy. So I'm just gonna leave that out for now. But let's put this on, tighten it up. All right. All right, sweet. And put this other guy on, tighten him up. Put the white. Now for the ground, you wanna stick to the style that they're doing on the ground. What I mean is, it's plugged into you screw it into this little nut right here. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you have the previous one, what you can do is just connect these two wires to that. If you buy the unit, the link should be in my description. If you buy the actual cord, it comes with the circle connector, and you just do it like that. All right. Now I don't have this right now, but it's in the back. I don't want to leave again for you guys, because once I'm done this, the whole show's over right now. Okay. Come on, buddy. Oh, what do you do, right? What do you do if you find yourself, oh, I put on two different ones. Ay, carajo. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, see, now this one works. But this one is a smaller version. Damn. Okay, so what do you do? What I do, right? This is what I do when I get into this and I'm real pissed off at myself for not doing it right. I just get a little bit, I get a lighter, and I get something that can kind of widen it. The same premise as the tank. Make it soft and stretch it. Okay? If that's what I have to do. Other than that, I have to pull this whole damn thing off and do it again. And I don't want to do that. So let's see if I can do the stretchy thing. If I can do that, then we're great. If I can't, then forget it. All right, let me see. All right, what part is giving me the trouble? The sides. Okay, so okay, let's try it. I'm gonna try to melt this thing. Not too much though, not too much. Okay, stretch. Stretch, okay. Had to move fast. All right, boom, look at that. That's for you, okay? And then the next part of this is that you're gonna have to connect this thing back into this maze here with all this stuff here, okay? And the way this guy works, all right? Now this is the female pigtail, right? This is gonna feed the power nozzle, right? So this guy will go like right here. Sorry, this guy's gonna go right here. This is your power switch. Now, this is the main cord. Oh shit, sorry. Damn. This is the main cord that plugs, your extension cord going to the wall. So that the main feed is coming in here, right? So you have your black. This is the main line, right? You have your negative, your white. If you notice on this side, you have the negative and it's a split, right? So this part of this is going to here. The other part is going towards the machine, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. Let's put this in here, right? Like this, okay? Hope I'm still here. We're gonna connect this guy, okay? Like this. Come on, sit tight. Sit lovely. For some reason, this one always kind of give me a tough time. Let me see, do I have to switch sides? Let's see if I have to switch sides. Yep, I had to switch sides. Okay, so I had to have this pointy part heading up there. Okay, so now this is there, that's there, this is in its place. So the only thing left, okay, is gonna be, golly, come on, man. Let's get in here already. Coño. Okay, here we go, all right? It's gonna be to put the main line, the line going to the motor through here, connect this guy, and connect these two. And all, on this side, it's all black, and the other side is all white. And that's it, there's no, you don't have to feel complicated about this thing. This is fine. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get 2 females now, 3 females actually. All right, 1, 2, 3 blue females. Okay, and I'm sure somebody out there is gonna want to change that. They're gonna say, "Why you gotta call them females?" It's female, bro. It's just what it is. You have male and female. You have you can't say positive and negative. It's just the way we see things. Male and female is that. Just like with walls, we do the same thing with wall sockets. Male and female. This makes sense. Don't get too upset about it. Okay, so here we go. So all these things are connected, right? See that? They're all good. So let's see if I can get closer to you. Move all this out my way. Slide, slide, slide. This is bonus stuff, guys. This is bonus. If you hung around long enough to the show, you're catching this. All right. So now that I did all that, okay. Let me take this out. So let me put the white back here. Now, if you buy it, right, it comes already. The stuff is already hooked up like this. But if you're doing your makeshift repair, then this is what you're doing, okay? And some guys got to do these on the fly because they're working and they can't afford to stop, okay? All right, and then you have your your ground. You just put your ground in. Now everybody is connected. Everybody is hanging out, right? You put this guy right about here. Everybody goes in. This guy goes right here. What am I like? I'm like 2 minutes over. How much over am I, Ethan? 2 minutes over. All right. Coño, come on, let's go. Let's get this thing done. It's just wiggling in. I don't know why I'm having a tough time wiggling in there right now. Come on, just get in there. All right, good. So now we're gonna put this guy on. I know you can't really see me too close, but let's rock with it, right? Make sure all these little wires are out the way. You don't wanna crimp anything. All right, or put screws through something. Okay. So make sure everybody is like snug, like a bug in a rug, and then try putting it together like that. See that? All right. And there you go. You got your thing right here. Okay. And just put 2 screws in, one on opposite ends to kind of lock it in while you figure out the rest of the stuff. Okay. Okay, and there you go. You have your pigtail is here. You want to put all your screws in for sure. All right, so you have your pigtail up top. You got your cord. You got your you know why I went this route? Because her main cord was yellow. And I was like, oh, I think she got a kick out of this. I'll put a yellow cord on there. I noticed that. I've been doing business with her for years, so we have fun with this stuff. All right. And golly, damn. Don't you hate when you do stuff like that? You just keep dropping stuff all over the place. Golly, man. Okay. I'm trying to do it for the camera, so it becomes a little awkward sometimes the way I hold stuff, because I'm trying to do it so you can see it, and it becomes a pain in the butt. All right, that's it for now. I'm not gonna do any more, but that's it. So you splice them together and you're good to go. Now I don't have my ground in here, but ground is not that crazy. I'm not gonna do this, like wrap it around, because this has to be closed down, right? The white's gonna snug behind this little casing right here. This guy's gonna be over here somewhere. So, and then this guy's gonna be down here. So I absolutely need the other part of the extension to connect to this, and I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But that's it, guys. And then you hook it up and everything. Put your protector over it and close it back up. And voila, just like that. You changed it out. No big deal. Okay? Until next time, don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, share. Thanks for coming in. I'm gonna be doing another live later this evening. Covering one or two machines that I'm working on, because that's going to be the new time. So I want to kind of keep things going. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.